Good evening, Raiders Nation. Picture this. You're in the heart of Allegiant Stadium, that sleek black Death Star of a venue in Las Vegas, where the silver and black faithful gather to cheer on their Warriors. But what if one of those key weapons in the arsenal wanted out? That's the drama unfolding right now with wide receiver Jakobi Meyers. And folks,
I'm your host, bringing you the latest from the NFL trenches with all the passion this game deserves. Let's dive right in, because this story isn't just about one player. It's about the heartbeat of a franchise that's been battling since the days of the AFL. First off, let's break down the headline that's got everyone buzzing as the trade deadline looms. Jakobi Meyers, the steady-handed wideout who's been a rock for the Raiders offense, recently doubled down on his desire to be traded. This isn't new. He floated the idea just before the season kicked off, but the front office in Las Vegas? They weren't having it. And why? Because Meyers is too darn critical to let go. He's the glue holding that receiving core together, especially in a unit that's still finding its rhythm. Now, I get it. Meyers has every right to voice his thoughts. Players are human, after all, with careers to think about. But man, that 31-point drubbing at the hands of the Chiefs? That was the ultimate validation for the Raiders' decision. Without their star tight end Brock Bowers in the lineup, but with Meyers out there, they still looked lost, outmatched, and overwhelmed. Imagine how much worse it could have been if Meyers was gone too. The offense sputtered, the passes fell incomplete, and the Chiefs, those perennial AFC West bullies, ran wild. It's a stark reminder. In the NFL, where every snap counts, you don't trade away your leaders lightly. Now, let's zoom in on why Meyers is so indispensable. This guy isn't just a receiver. He's a Swiss Army knife on the field. During the bye week, Raiders wide receivers coach Chris Beatty laid it out plain and simple. Those guys look up to Jakobi. So, at the end of the day, we miss him when he's not out there. He's the leader of the group. So, when he's not out there, it's felt, both on the field and off the field. Those guys look to him. Beatty's spot on. Meyers brings that veteran savvy, that confidence booster for the younger players. He's the one winning matchups, hauling in catches that seem impossible, and keeping the chains moving. And remember, this is a team that's young at the wideout spot. Guys like Trey Tucker and rookie sensation stepping up, but they need that guiding hand. Echoing that, offensive coordinator Chip Kelly chimed in during organized team activities, painting a picture of Meyers as the ultimate pro. I think he's versatile. He could play both inside and outside receiver. He's got experience doing both. His ability in terms of catching the football, his drop rate, I think, is 0. Anything thrown in his direction, he seems to somehow come down with it. He's got a really good understanding of coverage and schemes, where he knows how to get himself open at the appropriate time. Kelly nailed it. Being a great receiver means being in the right spot, creating separation, and snagging the ball under pressure, and Meyers does all that flawlessly. Plus, with his background from 2 solid organizations, he's like a mentor in cleats, helping the youngsters navigate the grind of the league. In a Raiders offense that's relied on big plays from stars like Davante Adams. Wait, hold up, Adams got traded to the Jets last year, but Meyers stepped up big time in his absence. He's averaged over 800 receiving yards per season since joining Vegas, with a catch rate hovering around 70%. That's reliability you can't buy at the deadline. But to really appreciate this, let's step back into the Raiders' storied history. This franchise, born in Oakland back in 1960, has always been about grit, rebellion, and those iconic silver helmets gleaming under the lights. From the wild days of Al Davis shouting, "Just win, baby," to 3 Super Bowl victories. Think Super Bowl 11 in '77 with Ken Stabler slinging passes to Cliff Branch, or the '80 triumph over the Eagles led by Jim Plunkett. And don't forget the '83 blowout of Washington, where Marcus Allen danced his way to MVP honors. The move to Las Vegas in 2020? That was a game-changer, trading the gritty Oakland Coliseum for the glitz of Allegiant Stadium, complete with its massive torch honoring Al Davis. But through it all, the Raiders have thrived on strong receiving core. Legends like Tim Brown, who racked up over 14,000 yards and earned a Hall of Fame nod, or Fred Biletnikoff with his sticky gloves in the '70s, they set the bar. Meyers fits right into that lineage. Not the flashiest, but the most dependable, much like Jerry Rice in his later years, always open when it matters. Statistically speaking, let's crunch some numbers to see Meyers' impact. In that Chiefs loss, a 41-10 shellacking by the way, the Raiders' offense managed just 228 total yards, with quarterback Aidan O'Connell throwing for under 200 no touchdowns. Meyers hauled in 5 catches for 52 yards, but without Bowers drawing coverage underneath, the whole unit felt handcuffed. Compare that to games where both are firing. Earlier this season against the Broncos, Meyers exploded for 122 yards and a score, helping secure a divisional win. Seasonally, the Raiders are hovering around .500, but their passing game ranks in the top 15 league-wide when Meyers is healthy. Without him, it drops precipitously. Last year, during his brief injury stint, the offense averaged 10 fewer points per game. And in the AFC West, where you're battling Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs' high-octane attack, or Justin Herbert's Chargers with their explosive receivers, or even the Broncos' resurgent defense, you need every edge. Rivalries like this define the Raiders. Think of those epic Chiefs clashes, from the 60s AFL days to last year's Christmas upset where the Raiders shocked KC at Arrowhead. Losing Meyers would have been like handing the division crown over on a silver platter. To get a feel for the locker room vibe, I reached out, imaginatively, of course, to some key voices. Picture this: star defensive end Max Crosby, the sack machine with those tattooed arms and relentless motor, weighing in post-game. Jacoby's our guy, man. On D, we feed off the offense's energy. When he's out there making plays, it fires us up to stuff the run and pressure the QB. Trading him? Nah, that'd be like losing our secret weapon against Mahomes. Or how about a fictional chat with head coach Antonio Pierce, the former linebacker who's all about that Raider toughness? Look, Jacoby embodies what we're building here: resilience, leadership, and winning one-on-ones. That Chiefs game showed us we're better together. He's staying put, and that's final. Even a die-hard fan from Raider Nation, tailgating in the black hole section, might say, Meyers is our quiet assassin. Remember when he torched the Chargers for 2 TDs last season? We need that fire to make the playoffs. Looking ahead, this decision could shape the Raiders' season. Sitting at, say, 4-4 as we hit late October 2025, they're in the wild card hunt, but the AFC is stacked. Keeping Meyers stabilizes the offense, especially with Bowers expected back soon. That duo could be lethal in 2 tight end sets, opening up play action for big gains. Predictions: